Hello, Posekers. Hello, guys. Compliments of the season. Merry Christmas in arrears and a wonderful New Year 2020 that is coming. Thinking about 2020, isn't it awesome? It's the beginning of a 10-year challenge. It's the beginning of a new decade. So as you go into 2020, I just have a few things, which I wanted to say to those who do listen to my opinion sometimes. As you go into 2020, have one, know that is the beginning of a new decade. Two, set yourself a 10-year challenge that you want to achieve by the year 2030. Three, review and see how far you've come in the year 2019. Look at your mistakes, see where you're going to correct them and where you're going to grow. Number four, I would say, prepare or come up with a growth plan for yourself personally, a growth plan for your spiritual life, a growth plan for your financial life, a growth plan for your social life, a growth plan for your economic life, for your political life. Come up with a growth plan for every aspect of your life as you go into 2020. Why? Because it is a new decade. You're setting a 10-year challenge for yourself. Also come up with a growth plan for how you're going to grow your business, or how you're going to grow your community, or how you're going to grow your nation. Come up with a growth plan. And your growth plan should not just be for 1 year or 2 years. Give yourself 10 years. Say between 2020 and 2030, I want to achieve this, I want to become this, I want to do that, I want to do that, and so on and so forth. Come up with a very solid plan. In fact, what am I saying? I'm saying plan your next moves for the next 10 years in this year before you go into 2020. And again, for those who usually make their casual New Year wishes, please, this year, the only wish you should make is the one that you will know, you're going to give up everything or die, in order to achieve it. If you want to make a resolution that you're willing to commit to, even if it kills you. And also make a resolution not just for 2020, make a resolution for 2021, 2025, 2028, 2030. Make a 10-year resolution starting, 2020. And commit yourself, exert yourself. For those of you who are not even up to 30 or even 40, even if you're 50 years of age, set yourself a 10-year plan starting 2020. If it is money that you want, if it's financial freedom that you want, say you're going to use 10 years, you're going to invest those 10 years into yourself, in your business, in your job, in your career, in whatever you're doing, and you're going to come up with a way that by the close of the decade, by the close of 2030, you will become absolutely financially free, and you would have built wealth that will go beyond the 2030, 40, 50, 60, and wealth that you can hand over to your children and to your grandchildren and to your great-grandchildren. At Posek Africa, we have a 50-year plan. At Fortune Investments, we have a 100-year plan to transform Africa. So the question is, what kind of plans do you have for yourself? What kind of plans do you have for your business? What kind of plans do you have right now going into 2020? You see, again, you have to come up with your next, moves, business or personal moves for the next 10 years before you get into 2020. And 2020, please, don't let it not just be another year. Let it be the year that you would commit to yourself to work extra hard, to, attend and obtain every material that is going to help you to grow and to expand your knowledge. I realize that the more information you have about a particular aspect of your life, the more you grow in that particular area. If you want to become financially free, read and study books and people who are financially free. If you want to become a great architect, read and study about the great architects of our time or in times past. If you want to become a great, practitioner in any field, in the medical field or whatever, study, information or materials around those kind of people. That is how you progress. You cannot just sit and wish and pray. I sometimes it puzzles me. If prayer alone was enough, If prayer alone was enough, then so many people would be where they want to be. If God alone cannot do anything for you. In fact, God cannot walk on earth without human beings. It may be, you may be a Christian and you may just be putting everything on God. No, the things that you need are in the hands of people. God is not going to come down physically and appear and give you food to eat, or appear and give you a chunk of money. He's not going to do that. Why? Because there are people that he's giving you the intellect and the know-how to network with, that will be able to help you to get there. But if you don't even have the common sense to know that, God needs you to walk through you for your benefit, then you will never attain any of that. You see. So God is not going to come. First of all, even if he comes, God is a spirit. You will not see him with your eyes. And he works in mysterious ways, like we've been taught, like we know. So he needs people. He needs me, he needs you, he needs your neighbor. Maybe the person that you're not talking to, has the key or holds the key to your breakthrough. Maybe that person that you said, has been gossiping about you or causing you or criticizing you for everything you do. Maybe those criticisms are a stepping stone to your breakthrough. The question is, do you have the capacity? Do you have the understanding, the knowledge to see that these are not, arrows to kill you? These are stepping stones. These are opportunities. You see, when you begin to realize and see everything not as it comes, but look at everything beyond what, as and what it could actually be. If you look at situations, beyond the normal human frame of looking at things, if you look at them transcendentally to see what lessons, what messages they hold, it will blow your mind at how much more you've been missing in the past. And sometimes people, become hateful and jealous and envious of other people just because they don't understand, they don't have the capacity to understand that we are all able to do exceedingly abundantly more than what we've seen or even heard. The question is, do you believe that you have that capacity? And so as you get into 2020, my prayer for each and every one of you is, first of all, that God should give you knowledge, to believe and to know that you have it in you to succeed. My prayer is that God will open your mind to see people and opportunities. My prayer is that, what you think is a problem in your life, that God will open your eyes to see the opportunities in those things. And the people that you think have hurt you, that God will give you the capacity to, use the energy from the so-called hurt to propel you into your breakthrough. And by the end of 2020, and probably by the end of 2030, if you do set the goals for your 10 years, I believe that you have the capacity to exceed those goals. Set goals not just for a year or two. Set goals for decades and decades. And commit yourself to do everything that you can to achieve it. One of the greatest quotes that I heard in my secondary school days was from a message preached by Reverend Father Michael Quintang. And he said, pray as if everything depends on God, but walk as if everything depends on you. Because prayer alone will not get you to where you want to be. But if you pray while walking, if you pray while investing your time and your energy into the objects or into the subjects of your prayers, you will see miracles every day of your life. And I believe in it. It's been in me. It's what I hold on to every single day. So pray as if everything depends on God. But even more importantly, work as if everything depends on you. As if God even is, work as if God is outside the equation. But also pray as if everything depends on him. Because when you pray and you work harder, you will succeed. And I pray that as you go into 2020, God will grant you more knowledge, more wisdom, more understanding. And that all that you desire, you will see. Not just that you'll become boastful, but that you would know that there is a God out there who loves you. Happy New Year, and God bless you.